Well, every once in a while, the universe teaches you a hard lesson. Um, I had a need to rebuild the print server for one of my 3D printers. The first step of that is to reflash an SD card with the new operating system for the server. In this case, Octopi was the system I was loading up, and in my haste to get this done, I was not paying attention and accidentally selected the wrong drive on my laptop for imaging. So I accidentally overwrote my laptop with Octopi. I realized it before it was completely overwritten. The OS was still running in memory, so I was able to get around inside the system, but I knew as soon as I rebooted it, it was going to be done. And I tried 3 ways from Sunday to save it. I had, I ended up shutting it down and putting in a new hard drive, loading in a new OS, and trying to remount the disk. I tried recovering the disk, and it was a lost cause. The downside of this is that I lost a lot of footage. Amongst the footage was a lot of what happened on the Gremlin build. There was a whole series of events between the last video and this upcoming video. So, as just a quick overview for folks, for those of you who are watching, one thing you will note is that there's a slight change in shade on the Gremlin, and that was due to the fact of when I went to apply the clear coat, the clear coat somehow reacted to the blue paint that I was using, and it peeled. It wasn't even orange peel. It was completely just peeled up in seconds. It was quite saddening. Long story short, I ended up sanding it back down to base. Resprayed, new silver. And in analyzing things, I figured out my problem was that I was using different types of paint, and I should have known better. I should have done the same kind of paint across the board. So I decided to take time and get lacquer versions of everything. I was not able to get a lacquer in the exact color I had been using, so what I ended up doing was switching out for a guitar spray lacquer in a classic Sonic blue. Not that far off, only a couple of shades. Still looks very nice. At the same time, I got a very, very thin automotive pinstriping tape, and used that to lay down the curves around the body for the silver to blue transition. That worked out a lot better. Rather than trying to cut curves in painter's tape and whatnot, I used the pinstriping tape to curve around and get around everything. Then painter's taped along that, and that allowed me to do it very, very well. So silver, blue went on very, very nicely. And what we're going to pick up here is me getting all the tape and everything off after putting on the blue, and getting ready to start a clear lacquer finish. And hopefully, no, I have to look and see. I think I lost a lot of the sanding, polishing, and finishing, but I will double check and see. some stuff was saved on my SD card on my GoPro, which had a little mishap a couple of weeks ago. So I ended up having to reformat that card and lost even more footage off of that. I've not been having good luck with tech, the last year. 2025, we'll try and keep it a little bit better. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get back. We'll get this done, and we'll get on to a new project, which is much bigger than just about anything. It's bigger and different from anything I've done to date on this channel. And I really do hope you guys are going to enjoy it. I know I've been having fun working on it. So let's go get this Gremlin done, and we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, we're going to see how this new phone does as a recorder until I can get a new GoPro. So, anyway, in the meantime, however, I have been working on things off camera, a little bit off camera. Well, not really. Kind of just letting things finish and dry and whatnot. Let's see where we're at here on our neck for our Gremlin. Front side is actually looking quite beautiful. We've got several layers of clear enamel on it. The back side, okay, so if you look dead on, you can kind of see it a little bit. It's easier to see if you hit an angle on it. That is where the lacquer actually cracked and pulled back as it was drying. I laid in some lacquer by hand, trying to fill it in and whatnot. And the honest truth is, really, I think that the best thing to do with it would be to just strip it down and start over. And I just don't want to strip it down and start over again. It's on the backside. It's not going to be seen too terribly much, and it's not horrible. I think we're good. In the meantime, the clear enamel has given us a nice shine on most of this. I think this is looking very good. So this one, we fix a couple of frets, and I think we'll be ready to get that one into final finishing. All that. In the meantime, I've got this. Got a Gremlin body that has the blue on it. So we're good. Nothing is wrinkled. Life is looking wonderful. I think it's time to get the tape off of this and start getting this ready for some clear coat. So why don't we get started on that? Oh, yeah. This is where the pinstriping tape is coming in good. There we go. Ooh, I see silver. Uh-huh. And just for the sake of arguments, come on, I got the tab right over here. Gotcha. Oh. Okay, this is looking pretty. Oops. And the pinstriping tape is stretchy. That is a good thing most of the time. Try to peel it off, maybe not so much. Okay, a little bit of fleck of paint. Oh, I'm starting to like this. Let's see about getting the rest of this mess off of here. How about that? There we go. Oh, I like this. Right, that's good enough for there. I think we can start bringing this off. Oh yeah. This now has us ready, I believe, for some clear coat. Get rid of some garbage real quick. All right, well, I think we're back at the point where we're ready to get some clear coat on this. This time around, I'm matching my materials. I have lacquer clear, and I've got it in two forms. I've got it in rattle can form, which I've used it. It works pretty good. So I don't think I'm too terribly worried about that. The other side of it is I have I've got a can of it that I can use with a spray gun. The kicker with doing a spray gun is that it really is best doing it outside. Even my little makeshift shower stall spray booth is probably not up for handling that kind of spray. So I think what I need to do is I need to look ahead on the weather, and I need to see if the weather looks like it's going to be good outside in terms of humidity levels and heat temperatures. I may very well set up a kind of a makeshift spray booth outside, and we'll see if we can get this thing clear coated and ready for finishing. Got a got a couple of frets to it that I have to redo on the neck. And at that point, I think we'll be ready to get some finish on the neck, on the fretboard, and get this thing assembled and wired and done. It's been sitting on my bench for way too long. I need to get it out of here, back to its rightful owner, so they can start having some good times with it. So let's get this thing rolling. All right, I think we're ready to try and get some clear coat on this guitar body. It's a little windy outside. I don't think it's going to be terribly good for getting an even coat on. So I think what I'm going to do is a little experiment here. I have faucets running. Joys of being right in the mechanical room. I use the shower stall in my downstairs bathroom as a makeshift spray booth. I've got it coated with some plastic sheet, just plastic tarp taped up in place, no big deal. I can take it down if I ever need it for an actual shower. I think it's a good place to have controlled spray. There's no wind. There is a vent in there, bathroom vent. It's not the best of extraction, but if I don't have the house fan on pushing air around and pulling air in all wonky directions, I think we can do pretty good at keeping things apart in line. So we'll go ahead and see if we can get this thing going. All right, well, there really isn't a good angle for doing this, so I'm going to do my best to stay out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. But I think the best point is just get in here and get this done. So here we go. Oh, that's actually starting looking nice, isn't it? Let's see what we can do here. Start by getting our edges. Get down inside our little grooves here. Across the back. Put up the edge. Move over, get the other side. Top. And here we go. Uh-oh, I've got some spray. That's not good. All right, so what happened here, I've got some drops that splattered out on this a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this out flat, just let them kind of smooth out into the rest of everything before I flip it over and keep going. Yeah, that's helped a little bit. I'll flip it over. There we go. I'm keeping this at an angle so that I can kind of see the light reflecting off the wet edge here. There we go. All right. All right, give me a minute to go hang this up and I'll see you back over in the workshop. Can you see me? Just kidding. Yeah, get this laid out flat so that stuff can start to level out and everything. But this is starting to look really nice. You can already starting to see some shine on that. I'm liking that. All right, so what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to let this dry for about 24 hours. And then I'm going to come back and I'll put another coat on it. I'm going to let it dry for another 24 hours. I'm going to repeat that. I haven't quite decided yet, 9 to say 11 times. And what I may do is after the first 5 or 6 coats, I may take a high grit sandpaper, like a 2000 or something. I may just give it the flat sides. The curves, interestingly enough, seem to be finishing really nicely. They're holding on to things. The flats are where you start to have problems with, like you get too much spray on there and it kind of starts to run a little bit. They also tend to show a little bit more of the details. But anyway, the goal here is going to be, start to smooth it out to where each subsequent coat then will get, flatter, smoother, give you that nice gloss finish. And after we get about, like I said, anywhere from 9 to 11 or maybe even 12 coats, I haven't decided yet how far I'm going to take this. But once we have it nice and thick and we know that the color is protected and there's a good thick coat of clear on there, then we can start seeing about buffing it up and polishing it. And we'll see how much we can really get this thing to shine. At which point, it will be time to see about maybe trying to get this thing back together. I've still got a couple of frets I got to do. Yeah, I've been avoiding doing them because, frankly, fret work. The only thing I hate more than fret work is the one thing I haven't done yet, which is making an actual neck from scratch, which will probably be the next build that I do. Someday, we'll see. Anyway, the focus right now is get this one done, get it out, but this thing is about ready to, just layer after layer of clear. You'll notice that that because I did the same material for all of my color and clear layers, so lacquer on lacquer on lacquer on lacquer, there's no reaction in it like there was when I accidentally mixed lacquer and then topped it with something else. I still don't quite know what Rust-Oleum's formula is, whether it's an acrylic or whether it's an enamel or something else. I do know, actually, it may be an acrylic. I don't know. I've been using enamel, a spray enamel on the neck, and you can actually already see it is shiny. It is beautiful and shiny here. So you can see plenty of light right up through there coming off of that, and I haven't even buffed it yet. So, but I think I'm not gonna make you guys watch me do all this spraying. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this aside. I'll do the rest of the coats off camera. We'll come back when I'm ready to kind of do a quick surface sand. But in the meantime, I think it is time to get in and deal with the frets that need fixing. So that one's going to be next. That one's going to be next. Maybe. I'm going to go hang this thing up. It's really kind of in my way. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.